We are back with the Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. By the way, all of you who are watching out there, we have someone in here today, a true celebrity, who would love to have you send her a message. We have this message board where you all can patch into us. Yes, they can ask you questions, Sheila, through here. And so usually they use this as an opportunity to hit on Quan more than anything else. So if you want to hit on, well, I'm not telling you to hit on Sheila today. However, if you'd like to send her a message, and if you want to talk about things that you've followed in her career, or if you have questions for her, please don't hesitate to become a part of the Guy Dawson Show today. We have photo covers.
Hot.
Of Sheila Kennedy.
Oh my gosh,
and then
it's
she
temperature.
just did one a couple of years ago. What was the difference between doing this in the 80s and doing it just a couple of years ago?
Well, you just don't want to show as much. I mean, you know, I'm like, do I get to do this, like, with some clothes on, just, you know, some little cheesecake shots. But, you know, Sammy's gorgeous, by the way, and she was a penthouse pet. And I think she was a pet in 91. So I could get nude in front of Sammy. She made me feel very comfortable. And we had fun. We shot it downtown, and my ex-boyfriend's, you know, he has like this really cool little duplex house kind of thing. He owns a couple of bars downtown, and I said, can we use your place for the day? And he was like, yeah, I guess. I have to be there. And I was like, no, you can't be there. so they were beautiful. The shots came out great. I wished I would have been able to choose some of the ones that were outtakes, because some of the outtakes were really kind of hot. So, you know.
That's a really
but
I am on my phone right now.
You never get to choose, right? You don't get to choose.
You never get to choose. And I think that's probably what I was really upset about. I didn't get to choose the cover of my book, which hopefully we can switch that around. We can change that, because I now want to rebrand my book. I want to put one of my Pet of the Year headshots on there as the cover. And it's beautiful and it's classy, and it's what I had a vision of 20 years ago. So we'll see. I'm working on that right now to try to get the book cover changed.
Yeah, speaking about your book, I know that it's a chronicle of your life and all the experiences you've had, but you were talking when we were off camera just a couple of minutes ago about it also being a tool for the empowerment of young women, so that they can get a better understanding of the life that you lived and the industry that you were involved in.
Well, I was in an industry where it's a really scary industry, and I think it's even worse now with the internet, and we're just all like consumed with our phones and our iPads and the computers, and we're always at our desk and we're looking at it, and you can get it free now. It's like porn has become just saturated on the internet. When I did it, I think it was sexy, and there was a mysterious thing about it. And I'm not saying I'm better or worse than a porn star. I'm just saying I wasn't choosing to go down the road of being a porn star. So my book is about that. It's about how I was in the industry, of how I posed nude at 19 or 20 years old, and then became Pet of the Year at 23. And then I think as years went on, I realized, well, now I've aged out. Now they're looking for a girl that's younger than me, and I was only 26 years old. So now I had to reinvent myself. And at 29, going on 30, I had my son. He's the love of my life. He is the reason I do what I do every day. He's the reason I get up, and he makes me happy and passionate about life, that I can do whatever I can do, because I was a single mother, and that's a tough place to be, and I was struggling to find out, now what? I can't really do the acting because I wasn't Jodie Foster or Meryl Streep, but I needed to get serious about life. He gave me that stability. He gave me a purpose. So I raised my son, and I got a real job. And then I was getting restless, and as my son was getting older and he was a teenager, and he had an amazing godfather in his life. He was there for him from day one, who's an actor, and that's in my book too. He was in The Karate Kid. That's my son's godfather. I started to pursue the acting a little bit more. I was going on Craigslist, which could be kind of scary. You had to weed through the scariness. And I found this ad, and, it was for Big Brother. I had no idea it was disguised. And I was the oldest female to ever go on Big Brother. I was 45 going on 46. It's a kid show. It's about to start in a week. It's Big Brother 18. I was on season 9. And I felt after doing that, lasting the 3 months with 15 kids, 21 and up, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. It was thinking out of the box. And I thought, now what? What do I do with my life now? I didn't win, but it gave me a new platform. I had all of these older women saying, how do you stay in shape? What do you do? So they were my fans. I had over 30,000 fans. When I walked out, thank God Twitter wasn't around, because they're brutal on Twitter. I mean, the people that are on Twitter, and there's a lot of trolls on the internet, and they're really angry people that either love or hate you. And I had a lot of people that loved me, and they were older people, which was great. And so I started running marathons for breast cancer and HIV and AIDS, and I started giving back and realizing, wait, maybe this is my purpose now. And I became a caretaker, and it's not about me anymore. It wasn't about me the minute I had my son. So I want to empower women. I want to say, stay in school, educate yourself. Don't fall into this industry out of desperation or money. And I don't think I did it out of desperation. I think I did it I want a better life, because I came from poverty. And I came from a broken home, where my mom was a single parent to 5 kids. So, but women should know that they're worth more. They're worth more. They're not just a pretty face or a pretty body. Have a brain. Educate yourself, because I have no formal education. That's my biggest regret in life. And I want to go back to school when I'm financially stable to do so.
And you've reinvented yourself now.
Yes.
Where do you think you're going next? So now you've moved beyond what you were doing as a younger person, and you're obviously wiser. You've had a lot of experience, a lot of situations that the average person has probably not experienced throughout their lives. And what now? What's the next reinvention?
The next is to get the book where I want it, so that it can be something that I'm proud of, that I can walk into Barnes and Nobles and sign for my fans and just people who are interested in my story. And then the next level is to become the person behind the scenes, the entrepreneur, the person who turns her story into a movie. I already have the actors I want to play, these characters that are in my book that are real people. I've had this dream for 20 years, and that's what I want to be. I want to be on the outside looking into that business and empowering myself as a producer and an entrepreneur, and going out and speaking to young girls at high school and colleges, even if that brings me no money, but it makes me stable in life. I'm not looking to get rich. I'm not trying to make millions of dollars. If that happens, that could be fabulous. But what I am looking to do is say to women, you need to empower yourself by educating yourself. I think that's a good message. I think if you decide you want to be a model or an actress, or you want to pose nude, or you want to do whatever you want to do with your life, do that. But understand what that industry is and what type of people are in that industry.
The quick question: how people can hold off you? Because
we're near commercial. I'm so glad. How can people follow you?
Okay, well, people can follow me. I'm on Twitter, Sheila Kennedy, and I'm on Instagram, Sheila_Bugs. And that was my nickname as a kid. I was called Sheila Bugs. And I'm on Instagram. That is my past, whatever you do, whatever you have to put in to get on Instagram. I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at social media. Thank God for my son. So I'm on Facebook, but I can't have any more on Facebook because they only give you like 5,000. So I'm up to my max on Facebook. But you send me a message. I'll knock a few people off. If I have to delete a couple people, I will. So,
we have to show you how to become a public figure.
I'm on every site. I'm on all social media sites under Sheila Kennedy.
Sheila, thank you so much for coming by, and I'm sure we're going to have you back. I have other topics that I want to discuss with you on the air.
Okay, sounds great.
We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, Becky Stonebarger and Nancy Gabriel are two female entrepreneurs who are from the Business Connections of Networking group, and we'll be speaking with them in just a couple of minutes. See you soon.